Manitoba Liquor Marts presents Great Tastes of Manitoba. Great Tastes is brought to you by foodmanitoba.ca. Local farms, local foods.
Hello and welcome. Great to have you. This is Great Tastes of Manitoba. I am Ace Burpee. Solid show today. It's going to be delicious. The MMGA in the house. Heather Deibert joins us, the Manitoba Mushroom Growers Association, and of course, product expert from Manitoba Liquor Marts. Al, how are you, man?
Good.
It's going to be a good one. Al Bonus joins us. First off, run through. Let me state this for the record. I love mushrooms. Fact. That is my statement, period, full stop. I love them.
All right.
So it's going to be good.
Well, this is going to be a good show for you, yes. We're going to create 3 recipes. We called it Mushrooms Wrap It Up. So they're all going to be in wraps.
Okay.
3 different kinds of wraps. The first one is a Greek Style Gyro. The second one is a mushroom and vegetable enchilada. And the third is a mushroom and pork wrap. So we're going to wrap it all up with a nice mushroom filling in them.
Sounds delicious.
All right, so what's jumping out at you right now?
Well, the enchilada, is that going to have something in it that's a little bit spicy, or I'm curious about that one?
It's going to have the enchilada sauce, which does have chili peppers and some spicy seasonings in it. Yes, okay. Not too hot though.
Not too hot, okay.
No.
Well, all wraps, I'm going to go see what I can find and wrap it up and come back.
All right,
all right.
Excellent.
Here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the Greek Style Gyro.
Yes.
And what are we going to use? You know what we need to do is before anything else, what are the types of mushrooms, and then what are we going to use for this particular recipe?
Okay, in this particular recipe, we are going to use the white and the cremini.
Cremini?
Cremini, yes. And they look very similar, as you can see.
That also looks similar to this.
Yes.
However, this is a much bigger version.
Yes.
How did this get to be this?
Well, the cremini mushroom we let grow for 3 more days, and it becomes the portobello mushroom.
So this,
within 3 days.
In 3 days becomes this.
Yes.
See, now that's a teachable moment.
That is.
And that is awesome.
Yes.
All right.
So today we're going to use the white and the cremini in this particular recipe. I find that the cremini gives you a really nice earthy flavor in this recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is put together like a marinade or a sauce, and it's a 1/4 cup of Greek dressing. You can make your own or use your favorite bottled kind. A tablespoon of lemon juice goes in, and 3 tablespoons of oregano. And this is chopped fresh oregano that I've used. You can also use dried if you don't have fresh or it's not around, but the fresh actually gives a wonderful flavor in this.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
So we'll put that aside.
All right.
We'll get to the filling part of the gyro, which is the mushroom. So for this particular recipe, we're just going to quarter the mushrooms.
Okay.
Before I do that, I might just mention.
Well, see, I always wonder.
Yes.
Is do you have to wash the mushrooms before I do anything with them? Do I have to do it underwater? What do I do? Okay.
For this particular recipe, what I did is I just took a mushroom brush and just very quickly brush off any of the growing medium, or take a damp cloth and just brush it off. That's all you need to do. Okay. And then for this recipe, they are quartered. So just take a nice sharp knife, and I'm just going to quarter them.
Okay.
So into the bowl, and I'll do
cremini.
This is the cremini. So I've used half.
Is there another name for those?
Half of each.
What was that?
Baby Bella.
Baby Bella. That's great.
Is another name. You may see that in a recipe, and that's just another word for the cremini.
Sure.
So I have actually half a pound of quartered white and the cremini mushrooms. Into this, not yet, I'm going to add some zucchini and some red pepper for a nice color. And again, when you're stir frying or cooking your vegetables, you want them all to be very similar in size so that they all cook around the same amount of time. And some red onion, again, for color, and also gives a very nice flavor in with these other vegetables. So we're just going to give that a stir. And this is the filling to our gyro.
Yep.
And on top of that, we've put together our sauce, and we're just going to pour that right in on top of the vegetable mixture. And yeah, if you'd like to get in there and stir that up.
And then are you gonna make like a little dressing or topping for it?
Yep, after we get these stir frying, then I'm gonna do that. So stir those up, get them well coated with the dressing. And because we've added dressing into the vegetables, we don't have to add any extra fat into our fry pan.
Good.
So put those in the fry pan, and we can turn up the heat a bit. Yeah, I'll take this from you. So turn up the heat a bit. I'll put you in charge of just keeping an eye on those, making sure, again, we don't want to overcook them or cook them too long. Okay. The next step in this recipe is that we are going to put together a bit of a sauce.
Okay.
And once these vegetables have been cooked and stir-fried, we're going to put them into the pocket that we'll talk about later, and then we're going to put a sauce on top. So I'm just going to put feta cheese. I have some crumbled feta cheese, about a 1/4 cup, and some Greek style yogurt.
Nice.
And you can see how thick the Greek style yogurt is. And what it is that the whey has been drained away, and it makes a much thicker yogurt, and therefore the protein is much higher in a Greek yogurt.
Very nice.
Yeah, and this is a 2% milk fat. You can get different degrees of it. You can get 0 all the way up to 10%. So whichever one you like to use, that's fine. And again, it's a nice thick one, so it stays on the filling very, very nicely.
We're joined by the Manitoba Mushroom Growers Association. This is Heather, and this smells delicious, and I'm going to tell you how it tastes when we return right after these.
Okay.